There's a full house last night in a studio here. Made it work, yeah. Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna start about 10 minutes. We're gonna let them kind of trickle in. This is Sean, guys.
Hi.
You guys might have heard of her. She was my very first ever client here at She's been with me for 7 years.
I guess so.
First one of, other than Tony left, opening external. Yeah, external clients.
Make sure the mic's just facing towards you, obviously.
And then,
This is live.
They have matching shirts, yeah, it's live and stuff, yeah.
You have a camera in your house? I didn't know that.
why, you doing something that you shouldn't be doing now? What are you doing live?
The cool plays down on me too.
That's funny.
Ollie always goes to the Norways.
Check, nice.
Oh, so you like coffee?
How's the workout? All right, guys, those that are joining us live, you guys are good. Those that are joining us live, we're just waiting for everybody that's coming in to show up. So if you're joining us live, give us maybe another 7 minutes. 7 minutes for those that are joining live. That's like what Tony Robbins says. Eventually we'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know what
Eventually.
Yeah, they're out there.
Sort of every day. Sorry, guys.
Karen, the teacher,
Samantha.
she set up the chairs, and once everybody sits down, we do.
Huh? What? I'm gonna pick on you guys. You ready? It's actually what I was expecting. It's good.
You feel like
What is that? Really? It's funny. Well, everybody else kind of this thing. They don't want to be picked on. They're gonna be I'm gonna make everyone pick Chris, how much longer do you think? Yeah, I think we should get started. You can go anyway, it's not here.
they're saying now, like, really close to Ryan, really close to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some are too far away. They're too far. They like, there's traffic. It's hard. I'll definitely know. I see the height. That's true. That's true. But that was a surprise. I love yeah, it's super authentic. I think I'm just like someone has like can't just go and happen.
Thank you guys for joining us. If you can, of your phones, you can silence your phone. We greatly appreciate it. Marco, no selfies during the presentation. We know you. Well, we're setting up. Thank you to everybody who's at home watching. A couple of different people want to give shout outs to. One is my buddy Lauren in Michigan. Another person is Dominic over in Germany. It's 7 p.m. right now. He's watching from Germany. Thank you very much for checking us out.
All right, check. Good. We good back there?
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us today. Really, really happy to be running seminar number 2 of Living Life Unchained. For those of you guys that are not aware of what Living Life Unchained is, me and Chris came together and built Living Life Unchained to help people uncover what mental obstacles that they might be going through in order to reach their fullest potential of what life is for them. Everybody has a different perspective of what that fullest potential is, but me and Chris want to show you guys that you're not only capable, but that we can give you guys the tools necessary as well to help get you guys there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, everybody's going through a path in life where things are holding them back. There's a lot of different things going on in the world that's outside of our control. And there's also things that we can also control. So we want to make sure that people know whether you come across people with negative energy or sometimes you have negative thoughts, you can get that changed, right? You can have more positive thinking, you can do more positive things, and you can shield yourself from the outside world, giving you negativity, holding you back.
Yeah, and we also want it to be known that me and Chris are absolutely no finished product of what we're going to teach you guys today. We're also in preparation of this every single day, and we work the mechanics of this every day, and sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't. And so we want you guys to understand that through methods of what we're going to go through today, it's not a perfect scenario, right? We are setting you up into a place where you have the opportunity to succeed, and sometimes we'll take a step back, and that's kind of where me and Chris actually were. Our paths crossed from being extremely passionate about self-development. And we met at Tony Robbins' event about, 8 months ago? So we were both standing in line and we both had a high passion for fitness. I'm a personal trainer. He's was a personal trainer. We both love fitness for ourselves. And him being the outgoing person that he is, reached over and started talking to me. And that's how we started to connect. And we realized that fitness was only half of what we were actually so passionate about. And the other half was the mental aspect. Because we know in order to succeed in any life event, the mental comes first. And so that's what we want to work on today, is helping you guys create systems, a systematic approach to help you guys reach whatever goal it is that you guys have in place.
Yeah, again, like as Aaron mentioned, it's only half of it, right? The mental is so big. You know, physical training, for us training people, help people be better. We realize that there's a connection, not only from a fitness standpoint, but people mentally being checked out or being overburdened. So we want to help people in the entire, like the whole person, and not just a part of the person where it's just their physical.
Absolutely. And one thing, in order to work on your mindset, look, what you guys are going to learn today, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. So we're going to get kind of familiar with each other, okay? And we're going to take advantage of the fact that this is a nice, small, contained room, and it's okay to be open and honest and upfront with yourself, because that is going to be the only way that we're going to challenge ourselves to be better. We understand that you have to get uncomfortable first before you become comfortable. So I want everybody to stand up. Okay. Standing up, and I want everybody to put both hands up into the air. All right, you guys ready to get extremely uncomfortable?
Sure. Let's go.
All right. So when I say go, you guys can all have a seat, okay? We're not gonna get there just yet. I just want to get those heart rates up. I want to get the nerves ready, okay? We're gonna get you guys pumped up, but I just want you guys to get set before we press go. So what I want from this section alone, is I want you guys to challenge the way that you guys think. And I want you guys to be aware of what obstacles maybe are holding you back, what thought patterns that we have. And I want you guys to reach deep to what maybe your fullest potential is. In any category, in all categories, okay? We're gonna break them down individually. But show of hands, who here either now feels like they're at their fullest potential or has lived their fullest potential in the past? Show of hands. Raising your hand if you feel like you are living to your fullest potential. Okay, one person. Okay, so one person out of the whole room. And so that's what we want to go over today, that maybe we just don't know what our fullest potential is yet, right? So who here knows why they haven't reached their fullest potential? Love to hear it, yeah? Why?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
My own self-doubt.
Okay, self-doubt, perfect. So we're gonna go over that exactly what you just said. Self-doubt, that's one. Anybody else? Why maybe have we not?
Lack of discipline.
Discipline, good, these are perfect. What else? Have not reached my fullest potential. Why not? Yes.
I'm not sure what I want in life.
Beautiful. Yes, that's huge. And we're going to talk about that, uncertainty. Uncertainty is a cause for what we call paralysis. Paralysis is inaction, and mainly because you overanalyze and you freeze, right? And so what I want to go over with you guys is my definition of full potential. And check this out. This is the thing. Life is all about perception. My definition, your guys' definition, my values, your values, they're going to be different. But we're all reaching to the same thing. We're all reaching to grow and get better. And so my version of full potential is the version of who you could become if you stop negotiating with your mind's limitations. If you stop negotiating with the doubt, the fear, the uncertainty, right? If we stop tiptoeing around these mental obstacles that are what are truly holding us back. What I call these, so whoever knows of me, you guys know that I'm the creator of the beast within. So the beast within is exactly these topics that you guys brought up within our own mind. Because guys, living life unchained, the chains are not on the outside. The chains are on your mind. And our goal is to unchain you from your own thoughts so you feel the freedom to move forward. And you feel at peace to move forward. And the fear starts to go away. It won't ever go away fully, but you learn to embrace it. And so with that, the voices in your head is what are the inner beasts? Self-doubt beast, uncertainty beast, the discipline beast, right? These are all insecurities that we all build of fear, of doubt, mainly that live either in our past or in our future, right? Past teaches us, oh, I didn't like that. Well, that made me uncomfortable. Maybe I won't try that again. Maybe I'm going to hide in the shadows. I'm going to stay away from that. The future, uncertainty, just like she mentioned, right? Uncertainty. We're uncertain of what's to come. And so these inner beasts speak up loudly to the point where we start to either believe it's our own true identity or we start to get too scared to take action. For example, how many of you, we all have social media, right? Everybody? Yeah. How many of you guys have ever been doom scrolling and you run into something and you start to compare it to your own life? Right? Majority of you, right? We're doom scrolling and we see somebody that looks better than us. Oh, why don't I look like that? See somebody that talks better than us. See somebody that's further along than us, right? See somebody that has more money than us, more success, more fame, more followers. This is the comparison beast. Okay, how many of you guys have ever made the excuse, I don't have enough time, right? Show of hands. I don't have enough time to get that done. I can't make it. There's not enough time in my day. I'm too busy. The excuses beast. We build excuses and put it on our environment. We put it on other outside sources, right? So we blame our parents. We blame our surroundings. We blame our financial situations. We put the excuses on outside sources, but we lose all responsibility over making the change by doing that. We lose all power. And the word responsibility is the ability to respond. Well, I just lost all of my ability to respond because it's your fault, right? It's my friend's fault. It's the environment's fault. So inner beasts, they speak up loudly and they control the way that we move. They control and dictate the steps that we take. And so what living life unchained is, guys, is learning first what these inner beasts are telling you. What are these inner beasts stopping you from reaching your fullest potential? And we're going to go through an actual systematic approach that you guys can use today on how to overcome your own and live out to the highest potential of your ability. Okay, most of the time, these seminars are what? They're motivation. They're extreme. People get excited, and then you go home, and there's no actionable items. There's nothing to take with you. You go back to your normal life. You start listening to the same inner beast. Nothing changes. Today, we're hoping that we give you guys something tangible to take with you to make changes to all this outside or inside noise. So we're going to go over step 1 of what living life unchained is, and that is awareness. Awareness, for those people that raised their hand, thank you guys very much. Awareness of what you guys fight on the day-to-day basis and what maybe is holding you back. So everybody underneath your seat has a pad of paper and a pen. Okay, go ahead, grab that pad of paper and pen. And then there's a pen and then there's a Sharpie, but I would go with the pen for the pad of paper. We're gonna use a Sharpie later. And then for those that are live, I want you guys running through this too. Okay, this is the great thing about this system, is it's personalized for every individual. No matter what stepping stones you're going through, no matter what stage you're at, no matter what values you have, all of these here are gonna be categories that we all have in our lives. So they're all relatable. So what we wanna find out is awareness of possibly where you're lacking in your life. What's missing? What makes you feel like you're not at your fullest potential? What chains are holding you back from being this best self? So we're gonna go through all 8 in depth. Okay, what I want you guys to do is as I go through it, I want you to write it, and then I want you to write 1 to 10, 10 being like, I got this one mastered. I'm living my best life in this category. No challenges needed. And a 1 saying, I am afraid of this category. This category has held me back in life. My inner beast speaks loudly when this category comes to mind. Okay, so we're gonna start with the financial and the career. So everybody go ahead and just write down number 1, financial. Okay, and now financial, this can go in many different avenues, but has finances been something that has held you back in your life? Are they currently holding you back? Does it stop you from doing things that you want to do? Is it the reason why you live your life chained? Do they make you stress? Do you stress about the fact that you don't have money? Do you stress about the fact that you don't know where the money needs to go? Finances, okay, 1 to 10. 10 being like, I got it, in the bag. No stress on my plate. Okay, 1 being like, I need some help. Okay, the next one, health. Okay, do we take care of ourselves physically, mentally, right? Are you in the gym? Do you eat correctly? Do you go to sleep at the right time? Do you drink enough water? Do you take care of your mental health? Meditate, read. Do you take care of your health? 1 to 10. Go ahead, rank us up. Relationships, okay? Relationships, this can go a couple of different ways as well. Do you have relationships that you cherish in your life? Or do you feel a little bit alone, a little lonely? You spend your time doing other things, you don't build relationships. Is it a physical relationship, somebody that you're a partner? Do you want a partner, but maybe don't think you're worthy enough? Do you have a partner you no longer want to be with, right? These are all pieces into this category. Relationship, discipline. Talked about this one here. Okay, discipline. Am I disciplined enough? Do I do the things that I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do them? Do I show up for myself? Do I show up for others? Okay, discipline, 1 to 10. Time. Okay, again, this one goes different direction. It's, do I spend so much of my time doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing? Staying up late, binge watching, doom scrolling, partying, right? Doing things that I shouldn't be doing, okay, 1 to 10. Or is it the other side? Is it, I have so much on my plate, I'm so overwhelmingly busy that I don't have any time for myself. Okay, 1 to 10. Confidence. Do I walk confident? Do I talk confident? Do I act confident? Do my actions follow my confidence? 1 to 10. Purpose and direction. This one is my favorite. Okay, do you live your daily life with purpose, meaning there's a fire inside of you to do what you're doing throughout your day? Or do you dread it? Do you wake up, I don't want to go to work, snooze, I hate this job, right? Last one is experiences, okay? Your experiences. Do you travel? Do you try new things? Do you go out with people? Do you go do things maybe by yourself? Enjoy some experiences, movies, dinner, whatever it may be. Do you enjoy experiences? 1 to 10, okay? So does everybody have a 1 to 10 category in each one of these, right? What I want you guys to do next, remember, awareness. We just brought awareness. Now what we're gonna do is an extreme deep dive on one of these 8. 1. And you're gonna pick. I want you to pick one of your bottoms, okay? If you're at a 10, we don't need to work on this category, okay? But pick one at the very bottom, and if you have a tie, pick which one speaks loudest to you, okay? And what I want you guys to do is I want you to think of a goal that you have that's within this category, okay? A goal that maybe you've wanted for a long time, and it just hasn't come to light yet. You don't know why. You get stressed that it hasn't happened. Sometimes you give up on it. So write down a goal that you have that's within your lowest category. Okay, I'll give you guys some time to do this. And I need 2 brave souls to share their goal and come up and write it on the board. 2 people. Okay? Who we got? 2 people. Come on. Yes! My guy. Nice.
I can't promise it'll be legible.
Hey, no worries. That's okay. Thank you so much for being brave. Underneath goal. All right, I need one more, guys. One more person who's willing to share open and honestly a goal that you have in life that you haven't accomplished yet, and maybe, just maybe, one of these 8 categories is holding you back. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Invest 4K in stocks. I love it. So I'm guessing it was the financial? Yeah, perfect. It's excellent. Okay. We need one more, guys. Somebody. Be brave. Come on. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So again, those that are doing this live at home, I want you guys to do this too. This is important. We need to bring extreme awareness to where we're struggling, and it can be uncomfortable, and it's hard to look inside, and it's hard to actually bring this to life. Do more with my time. Perfect. Again, one of the 8 categories. Time. Okay? So what I want you guys to do, and again, you're not going off of their answers. They were brave enough, but you're doing the work yourself. I want you guys all to look at your goal. Okay? And I want you guys to think about what life would be like. You never achieve this goal. You never get it. Never happens for you. Right? Never invest 4K. Never had the 4K to invest. Never gave yourself enough time to do the things that you wanted to do. Spent it, whether it be, again, binge watching, Netflix, doing things that are, in a sense, waste of your time to actually reach the fullest potential of your life. So again, I want you guys to look at your goals and think about what life would be like if you never achieve these goals. Okay? And with that being said, the reason why I bring this up, guys, is it takes extreme awareness to be able to deep dive on ourselves. It's uncomfortable. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do the work. It sucks. But the reason why I bring this up, and the reason why we are doing this little survey, is because this is something that's been so prevalent in my life. And I have faced my own inner beasts. Hence the reason why I built the beast within. I wanted to dissect my mind and figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling, why I wasn't getting to the goals that I had in place. And so if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to share my story about how I got here today, and maybe how I felt the same way whenever I went over my goals. So for those of you guys that know me, okay, you guys know I'm a very competitive person. Extremely competitive. I love to compete. Mainly, I was a big competition with myself. I wanted to push my growth. I wanted to see how far I can go in life. I wanted to reach levels that people maybe doubted me on, didn't think I was possible. And so I had an absolute love for fitness. Fitness was my life growing up. I was obsessed in the gym all the time. But my story goes back to college. And in college, I went to school for exercise physiology. Okay, so the study of exercise. And I became obsessed with wanting to be one of the most well-known personal trainers in the world. My goal was to move to the fitness capital of the world, open up my own gym, and be surrounded by people that knew who I was and recognized me for the fitness envious that person that I was. And so I'd be in the gym every day, 6-7 days out of the week, working on my health, my fitness, my cardio, my strength, my education, learning from others, picking people's brains. My biggest things, I used to watch YouTube, and I'd watch people who were where I was at, or where I wanted to be at, and I was chasing a goal in front of me. I'm gonna be just like them. I would copy everything. They had their little door open at their gym behind them, talking on their YouTube about certain things. That was my goal. So I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna set out. I'm gonna achieve that goal. So in the gym, whenever I was working on this competition, this competitive nature within me started to leak out into the world a little bit. And I started to feel a little different. I started going to the gym, and instead of competition with myself, I see somebody else. My competitive nature got pushed onto them. Oh, he looks better than me. He's stronger than me. He's taller than me. He's better looking than me. All of a sudden, this comparison beast started to take over my life. And me being the competitive person that I am, that's all right. I'm gonna outwork him. That's okay. I'm gonna show up better. I'll look better. So that's what I tried to do. I pushed myself that much harder in the gym, break my body. Who here knows who David Goggins is? David Goggins? Yeah, David Goggins' mindset is stay hard. Push through anything. Nothing can break you. The pain you feel today is the strength you feel tomorrow kind of mentality. And so I took that on. And I would break myself into the gym. But then I'd look in the mirror, and I wasn't who I wanted to be. I didn't recognize that person. I wasn't the person that I thought everybody else wanted me to be, that I wasn't gonna be achievable enough, that people weren't gonna see me as a leader, reputable. And so I started to beat myself up, and this comparison beast started to carry with me in other aspects of their life. And this is what happens with these beasts. They start to talk a little bit louder, and you start to believe them, and you start to believe it's your own voice. And so I would take this with me. I'd be in school. Teacher would ask a question. I didn't know the answer. Somebody else knew the answer. Oh man, I must not be smart enough. Why am I in this field? I don't know these answers. What am I doing? I'd go out with the boys, right? Chico State, we'd go out, nightclubs, everything. But this inner beast started talking even louder. Oh, you can't talk to that girl. She's not gonna like you. Too short. Not as good looking as the other guys. She's not gonna like you. So this comparison beast started to make me hide in the shadows. And that's what it became. This comparison beast became my shadow. And I was so overwhelmed with it, and I felt so defeated. And just like anybody else, when you feel that pressure, all you want to do is escape. That's why we run to things. That's why we overeat. That's why we drink. That's why people get addicted to things. And that's the way that my life went. So I was very much into sports growing up. Sports was a life for me. I idolized people. Kobe Bryant sitting right here on my wall. Kobe was my idol. But watching sports wasn't enough to hide me from what I felt on the inside. So what did I do? I started putting money on the games. Started betting on sports. Because when there's money on the games, I'm not gonna worry about my problems, I'm worried about the game. Any feeling that I'm hiding underneath, I don't need to feel it. I care about the money. And this is where the addiction beast hit my life so hard, came crashing down. I got so involved in sports betting, I lost tens of thousands of dollars. I borrowed money from families and friends. I lost everything. My credit score was below 300. I had nothing. But something about it felt a little bit peaceful. Because although I had nothing, I had to figure life out. I was at the bottom. I owed people money. I had bookies looking for me. What was I going to do? I had to figure life out. I couldn't worry about my problems. I couldn't worry about comparing myself to others. Couldn't worry about my goals and my dreams. And so I put that on the back burner based off of fear. I created something. And those that have faced addiction and know about addiction, the substance is not the addiction. The addiction is what you're feeling underneath and trying to hide from, what you're trying to mask from. And so the addiction, my gambling addiction, was actually what I believed to be my cure from whatever pain I was going through. And it got so bad, and I was in such a dark, deep place. I remember owing so much money in my body, just feeling empty. I would go into the shower, I would lay in the shower head on, hot water hitting my body, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. And something about the hot water, it made me feel warm, protected. But I stayed there for so long, that hot water turned ice cold, just like my soul felt at the time, completely broken. Felt like I lost everything, damaged everything. So what do we do whenever we feel this kind of pain? What do we search for? We search for validation. Validation that everything's okay, that you're not doing that bad. So that's what I did. I started to validate myself with the people that I surrounded myself with. Started to surround myself with people like me. They're gambling. They're losing a ton of money. They're not chasing their goals. They're out partying. They're out drinking. I'm doing okay. This is just what people my age do. I created a validation within myself. And that's where the validation beast came into my life. And once again, the shadow followed. Comparison, addiction, and now validation. And so I spent so many years validating myself through these things, pretending that I was just doing what a normal 25-year-old did, that I wasn't that bad of a mess up. Until I got an opportunity. This is the thing, guys. In life, you will be gifted opportunities, and if you're willing to take them, they can teach you something. And so my girlfriend at the time said, babe, I got a job in Newport Beach. I want to move out there. Would you be willing to move with me? We can start a life together. And things started to come back to me. Oh man, Newport Beach, fitness capital of the world. This was my dream. This was my goal. Maybe this is an opportunity for me to restart and get myself out there. So I took it, moved out here. Moved in, we started working at Lifetime. Anybody know the gym? Lifetime Fitness? Yeah, really bougie, big, nice, fancy gym. So I was working there, and it felt right. I felt that I was on my path to becoming this known fitness trainer again. I finally started getting back into the world of health and fitness, but the problem is, the shadows don't go away. Until the inner work is done, the shadows will follow you. So I moved locations, shadows stayed with me. I moved out here, and the first thing that I saw was people successful, with money, great bodies, mentally, put together. Like people felt like they had it. And so I started to feel like an imposter. What am I doing out here? I don't belong here. These people are better than me. They don't come from the history that I come with. They don't come with the baggage that I came with, the hurt, the pain, the mental struggles. They don't come with this. What am I doing? I'm an imposter. Why is anybody going to respect me? I don't even respect myself. So the imposter syndrome beast came to life. And again, guys, these inner beasts, they'll hold on to you and grip tight. And I'll explain why here in a little bit. It's not necessarily the reason that we think. But anyways, another opportunity came knocking. I met somebody who wanted to help guide me onto a path I was looking to do. And he told me, hey, Aaron, I have an empty warehouse. If you want to come in and train me and my employees, come, train us, get out of Lifetime, start your own thing. That's your dream, right? So I took it. I ran with it. And over 5 years, have built it into what you guys are sitting in today. And we are sitting in the fitness capital of the world, in my studio that I built with my own 2 hands, and my dream had becoming true. Everything that I've ever wanted was here. I did it through fight and grit, but I managed it. I'm here. But why did I still feel that heavy feeling? Why did I still not feel like myself? Why did I still feel these shadows? My dreams came true. I don't understand. And so I realized that my dream was always to open up my own gym and be in fitness. But my purpose was to learn to master my mindset and find out, why am I feeling these feelings? Why can't I? Even if I get to the level of success I've always wanted, I still don't feel like myself. I'm still not there. And so that's what we're here to do today, guys. You guys are going to go on this journey with me. And through this stage, we're going to dissect some of this for you. And so what I want you guys all to do is we're going to go into the second part, stage 2 of living life unchained. Unchaining, okay, those mental chains that are around your mind. So the second stage is proof. Proof that you are who you claim you are. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to take a backslide. So on this, what I found out is those voices, those inner thoughts that you have telling you you're not good enough, doubt, shame, fearful, discipline, all of those things, they test to one thing. That shadow that I had following me, that shadow is my ego. And not ego as in arrogance or walking around like a tough guy. No, ego as in protection. My shadow was following me, trying to protect me from getting hurt, pain, sorrow, shame, regret. And that's what we have here. You see, the ego, in my mind, stands for ending growth opportunities. The ego is going to tell you, hold on, don't go there. It's not safe. It's trying to protect you. It's your own mind's limitations, putting them on you, so that way you stay safe. And the ego lives in 2 places. Can anybody tell me where these 2 places are? 2 places in the world that this ego lives. One is the past. Okay, your past is the left side here. Regret, shame, insecurity, things that your past has taught you, trauma that you've had in your past that's teaching you that I don't want to go there again. And I'm going to do anything I can to never step back into that world and feel that pain and hurt again. And then where does that leave the other side of ego? The future. And so the future is fear of the unknown, insecurity, doubt, and mainly uncertainty. Uncertainty. Goals are uncertain. If I have a dream, our dream is to sell out the Honda Center doing seminars like this. That's a big dream. There's a lot of uncertainty there. And so that's where ego lives. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you can't do that. Maybe you're not capable of doing that. You don't have the resources to do that. Who do you think you are, right? These voices. Okay, so again, we're going to go into stage 2 here, which is proof. So what I want you guys to do, everybody pull up the notepad, and I want you to draw 2 ladders, just like that. Okay, 2 ladders. This is where you guys get to do the work. Okay, you heard my story. Now we get to dive a little bit deeper into yours. So 2 ladders, and once you have those 2, what we're going to do here, so the way to channel ego is proof. Proving that everything's okay. I don't have to let this baggage come with me. My shadow doesn't need to live and scare me. Everything is okay. So what we're going to do, this is only 2. If you guys look at what I've done here, I've done this since I went back since I was 5 years old, and I did ladders, okay, galore for my life. And these ladders represent your growth moments. Times in your life that you succeeded and you thought maybe you wouldn't. And so what I want you guys to do is I want you to create 2 growth moments. This could be from when you were 5 years old to yesterday, whatever you guys have accomplished. I want you to write at the bottom, and I'm going to give you guys 2 examples right now. I want you to write at the bottom what it was you were and what it was you maybe were terrified to do, and you did it. You proved it to yourself. You guys gave yourself a recognition that, wow, maybe I can do it. Because that fear that you had there is the same fear that's stopping you now from going forward. That fear that I had from going from an employee to an entrepreneur is the same fear I have going from an entrepreneur to selling out the Honda Center. It's the same fear. So if I can prove to myself that I can handle that fear, then it can't stop me. So I want you guys to think about 2, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to do this. Okay, think about 2 that you guys have gone through in your life that is maybe been a big moment in your life where you have proved to yourself that you are who you say you are? And I'll give you guys about 30 seconds. Again, the bottom is where you were, the top is the growth. And I'm gonna go over my two. Okay, so my two was I was an employee at Lifetime Fitness. Scared, didn't know what I was doing, had no direction, afraid, compared myself to everybody. I'm never gonna be there. And my growth moment, becoming a gym owner, owning my own space, making all the decisions, signing the clients, creating the brand. That growth moment right there proves to me that I am capable. I can do this. And the next one, addiction to direction, pain, sorrow, hatred for his life. Felt I was never going to accomplish anything, that I butchered my opportunities. To now direction, creator of the Beast Within, co-creator, living life unchained, being able to speak to other people, giving direction now. Growth moment. And so I want you guys to channel that in. And what I want you guys to understand, that anything that we want in life, anything from an outside view of what we want in life, all stems from the inside. And I'm going to prove it right now. So I'm going to give you guys 3 wishes. Okay? 3 wishes to wish for whatever you want. Okay, so I want hands up. I need 3 wishes. I'm a magic genie today. Your wishes come true. Okay, 3 wishes. It could be from your guys' categories. Yes?
Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. Perfect. That's probably everybody's that didn't answer. Financial freedom. Okay, 2 more. How about a relationship? I want the perfect partner. I want somebody who's going to love me. Okay, there's 2.
Health.
Health. Perfect. What form of health? Perfect body?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that. So we have money, we have relationship, we have a perfect body. 3 very driven goals that most people want. The problem is these goals, I'm a genie, you get them, they're yours. But they're not to keep. It's for rent. And why? I give you all that financial freedom. Do you know what to do with it? Do you know how to manage money? Well, probably not. I got the perfect relationship. Am I the person standing here today that person wants to be with? That person demands certain qualities. You demanded perfection in them, they're going to demand something in you. And the last one was health. Okay, perfect body. Do you know how to keep it? Do you have the discipline to maintain it? To go to the gym? To eat right? To take care of that body? So again, everything, guys, stems from the inside. We're also fixated on the outside world, and we see that as income, right? The outside world, our paychecks, money, what we can buy with these things, but we have that word income wrapped up all wrong. You see, income comes from the inside. Your income, the outcome is just a byproduct of your income. Whoever you are on the inside, you will mirror that version in your everyday life. The energy you put on the inside, well, that's your outcome. You want financial freedom? You have to fix what's going on the inside that's holding you back from reaching that financial freedom. Those things will come into your life. Okay, so what I want everybody to do now is pull out your phone. Everybody grab your phone if you have it. And what I want you guys to do, okay, this is where it's going to get a little uncomfortable. Okay, I want everybody to turn on your camera. And remember, that's outcome. I want to look at the income. Okay? Point your camera at yourself. And hold that camera up in front of your face. And I just want you to stare at yourself just a little bit. Okay? It might be uncomfortable. Some beasts might pop up here. That's okay. Let them. Whatever they got to say, let them say it. Okay? And now, keep that image in your mind. Sean, I love that. Keep that image in your mind. And you can put down your phone. But now what I want you to do is close your eyes. Put your phone down. Keep that image of that version of you in your head. Okay? And go ahead, close your eyes. And envision this person. And what I want you guys to see is that person staring back at you is an exact replication of who you are on the inside. How you feel is perceived in this universe. The energy you give yourself is felt in this universe. That person looking back at you, they won't smile back until you smile first. That person that's staring back at you, they won't act until you make action. And so what I ask of you guys is to start flipping the perspective and understand that everything that you want in life can be obtained if you do the inner work. If you focus on that person, I promise you anything else is achievable. And I'm going to prove it here right now. You guys can open up your eyes. So, we're going to do a little test. I want everybody to look around the room, and I want you to find 5 things that are red. Okay, 5 items that are red. Go ahead. Take a big glance here. Look around. 5 things that are red. Whenever you find 5 things, let me know with the hand. Show me. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, and I want you to tell me the first thing that you saw that was blue. Silence. Right? Yeah. All right, so we were looking for red. So when you go looking in life for excuses, toxic, doubt, comfort, ego, victimization, addiction, regret, validation, that's what you're gonna find. Because that's what you're out looking for. It's the feeling that you have inside your income is bringing these into your lives. The outcome's just gonna mirror it. But if you do the inner work, if you start to work on the income, you start to see other beliefs, ownership, belief, growth, control, gratitude. So again, the way that we feel on the inside will be an exact replication of what you get on the outside. And with that, guys, we're going to go into your guys' own personal inner beast. Okay, so I want you guys, we gave a couple of mine in my speech here, and then I gave you guys a couple of examples in the beginning, but there is many, many more that we can face. And so I want you guys to pick one inner beast that you were facing that stops you from reaching the goal that you wrote down. Okay, so one inner beast that speaks up the loudest when you think about these things. What does it tell you? Okay, write it down. I'll give you guys some time. And now you all have a stick and a pen, Sharpie, underneath your seat. Go ahead and grab that. Okay, and I want you to write that inner beast on that stick. And then, I'm sorry guys, but the people that volunteered their goals, I want you to volunteer your beast as well. Okay. So those that volunteered on the board, okay, I want you guys to come up, and I want you to write what your beast is right next to your goal. Okay, because guys, everything that we do in this life, thank you, man, appreciate you. Everything that we do in this life is a system. Everything is a systematical approach. The way that you wake up in the morning, your morning routine, your gym, your health, your relationships, your finances, these are all a systematical approach that All right, so we all are running these systems constantly. But the problem is, if we don't know what system we're running, thank you, then these are the systems that you're running. Your beasts are running your systems. You're folding to your inner beast because you don't have a system to combat it with. Okay, so that's what we want to do here. So what I want you guys to do, again, awareness is the most important thing when it comes to understanding your own internal values and beliefs about yourself. Internal. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside really quick. So what I want everybody to do is I want you to think about that inner beast. Okay? And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think about what this inner beast tells you. What does this say? I'm not good enough. Haven't done it yet. What makes you think you can do it now? What does this inner beast tell you? I want things now. Instant gratification. Why aren't they coming yet? I don't understand. I've waited long enough. Comfort. I find comfort in not doing enough and spending my time in things that make me feel safe. Comfort. But I want you guys to think about your own inner beast. And what I want you guys to do here is I want you to think of your inner beast as a dark little circle in your chest. A dark circle, a blue circle in your chest. And this blue circle starts to accumulate through your body, your chest, to your arms, to your stomach, to your legs, to your head. Everything inside of you is this dark feeling of this inner beast telling you that you're not enough, that you're not capable, that you're not going to reach this goal that you set out to reach. And feel that. It's a painful feeling that so many of us live day to day with. So many of us live with this heaviness of not being enough. But you see, there's another side to that. You see, you've been chasing your own shadow, when all you got to do is turn around and your shadow chases you. Your shadow follows you. So what I want you to do, keeping your eyes closed, keep that blue light inside. I want you to turn that blue light around your body. I want you to see a gold glimmer. And this gold glimmer is the real you. Is the best you. It's the highest version of yourself. It's your fullest potential self. And it's telling you that I got this, that I am capable. And I want it to slowly overcome that blue light and spread throughout your body and let you know that you are free from allowing these inner beasts to take over your life. That we don't need them anymore. And that we can lead and they can follow. All right, opening up your eyes. Now, what that was there is just physical. What we felt was physical. That's that emotion I was telling you about. These other events that you go to and you get inspired and ready to take on life, and then you go home and life goes back to normal. And that heaviness comes back and you go through your day to day. So what we have next is step 3 here. And step 3 is the system. How do I keep myself in this frame of mind? And the answer is certainty. Certainty that you're capable. Certainty that I can reach the next obtainable goal. Certainty, because the beasts, remember, they live in uncertainty. Your thoughts, those negative feelings that you have come up during uncertain times. So we create certain times because you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the levels of your systems. And that system starts with a vision. But visions, guys, are nothing but uncertain. Right? Our vision, do more with my time, invest 4K into stocks. Well, I don't know where I'm going to get to 4K. Well, I don't know what stocks to invest in. These are uncertainties. Open up the Honda Center, sell it out. That's uncertain. I don't know how I'm going to get there. So what do? How do I create certainty in uncertain times? So that's where I created a method called the stretch goal. And the stretch goal is exactly that. You stretch just as far as you can reach, meaning you make an obtainable goal that I can stretch to, and I can prove to myself that I can achieve it. Oh, I can do that. Let me do it again. Because think about it. If I was driving in a car from California to New York, I'm not thinking about every twist and turn and mountain that I have to climb to get to New York. No. What did they invent? What was that? Sorry.
Roads.
Yeah, roads, and the invention of GPS, right? So GPS is a system, right? It's a system with stretch goals. It doesn't tell me how to get from point A to point B. No, it says turn left. In 300 feet, turn left. Stretch goal. Achieved it, on to the next. Stretch goal. So the goal is to make minuscule, successful wins to prove to yourself that you're capable. Okay, so what I want you guys to do here is we are going to create 2 stretch goals for each and every one of your guys' goals in mind. Okay, again, we're overriding the system you've been running and creating a new systematic approach. So I want everybody to create 2 stretch goals that you can do literally today in order to reach this. Okay, 2 stretch goals. And then again, the 2 that wrote them on the board, I would love for you guys to come up and share. Okay, and if you guys would like some help, I'd be more than willing to help you guys on trying to achieve these success goals. Okay, 2 stretch goals that you can start today towards that goal that you guys set on your own. Okay. All right, so 1, perfect. Watch less TV. Perfect, and that's gonna go right into what we have lined up next here with the habits. And take up a new hobby. It's perfect, thank you. 2 things that she can do today that push her in the right direction towards her goal. Does it solve everything? No. But does it give her 1 foot closer and 1 more a little bit positive affirmation that she's doing what she's capable of? Yes. I love it. Reinvest. So again, stretch goals on things that he can do to help him reach the 4K in stocks. Thank you so much. Okay, invest 200% of check. I love it. He's really diving down and deep in what he can do. And if these can be done today, then there's small successful wins that he can take in order to reach the investment of 4K in stocks. Okay, does everybody have their 2? 2 stretch goals that get you 1 step closer to that ultimate goal. Okay, so now here comes a little bit of the uncomfortable part. I want you guys to write, this is step 4 in our stages. So what I use is an app called Structure, okay? And this allows structure. This is built for consistency because we have certainty, but if you're not consistent with your certainty, you get nowhere. So we need to build consistency. And consistency is done through what? Habits. Daily habits that you do religiously to make sure that you stay on task to reach the goals that you have in place for yourself. So what I want you guys to do, and you guys can steal some of mine if you'd like, but I want everybody to write 6 daily habits that you can do on the regular to help you guys stay closer to this goal. I'll go over mine here. Okay, so I have wake up, 6:30 a.m. Take my medication, meditate, make my bed, work out, input my calories. Okay, no food after 6 p.m., 100 ounces of water, read 2 books a day, which Chris will go into a little bit more detail about. Okay, journal, plan out tomorrow, and be in bed by 10:30. Okay, those are mine. And I check them off every day. And look, I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm trying to collect data. I'm trying to understand that am I doing what I say I'm supposed to do in order to become the person that I'm trying to become? And what else does this build? Confidence. Proof that I am who I'm trying to become. Okay, so I want you guys to create 6 of them. 6 goals, 6 daily habits that reach your ultimate goal. And they can be tiny. Look at mine, 100 ounces of water. Because I know that I need these things in order to have the energy to perform the way I need to perform. Okay, so I want 6 for everybody. I'll give you guys about another 30 seconds. So let me tell you guys, consistency wins every time. So if you're consistent, there is no goal you cannot reach. But the problem with consistency is when your inner beasts speak louder than your ability to be consistent, you quit. Think about going to the gym. You're in the gym, you're doing well, you look at the scale, nothing changes. What does your inner beast tell you? I just can't do it. Something's wrong with me. I'm not doing it correctly. I'm not going to do it anymore. I quit. But we all know if you were to be consistent long enough, you'd lose the weight. Consistency has to outweigh your inner beast. Okay, so everybody have their 6? Okay, so this is where we're going to dive in a little deep. Okay, and I want you guys to be honest with yourself because remember, we're only collecting data. That's it. This doesn't need to be perfect. You're not a failure for not achieving something. No, it's telling you that, okay, I need to go in a different direction. My system is a little out of date. I need to update my system. Okay, so that is step 5. We're gonna go through a review. And I do this every 2 weeks. I go through my system, my habits, and what did I miss? And how many of them did I miss? If there's, 20 a day, and every 2 weeks, if there's 200 habits, and I only did 100, I'm batting 50%. I'm only attacking my goals at 50%. Okay, I know that some work needs to be done. So I want you guys to look at your 6, and I want you guys to grade yourself. How many of those 6 are you actually doing on a daily basis now? And my guess is they're probably not going to be very high because we already decided that this was your lowest grade, right? This was the one that you're the lowest at, this goal. So I want you guys to give yourself a grade, okay? And just know that that grade, again, is just an incentive to find a way to master and sharpen your tools in order to become better and start living at a higher frequency and doing the things that you say you're going to do. Again, discipline. So when it comes to your stages here, guys, we have awareness, proof, certainty, consistency, and review. And this is something that you guys can do over and over and over again on whatever goals that you guys have in your life or wherever you find you're lacking. And most importantly, this system allows your inner beast to stay quiet. Because if you're following this, you're building a person that you actually look up to, and you're proving to yourself that you can win. And sometimes, guys, the journey is more about unbecoming instead of becoming. Meaning that if we didn't do great on our reviews, right? If we're not accomplishing those things, that's okay. Again, it's data to find out where's our time going. Why are you not doing those things is the real question. If I'm not going to bed by 10 p.m., well, what am I doing that's stopping me from going to bed by 10 p.m.? Oh, I'm watching Netflix every night till 2. Oh, I'm out drinking with friends. What things are keeping you from becoming the person that you want to become? Now it's just a plus and minus game. Subtract the things that are not going well and addition to the things that you want to bring value to your life. Okay, and the last thing I have for you guys, and you guys can read along as we go through, is we were all born for greatness, not built to be tamed. Not designed to live life quiet, afraid, or ashamed, but somewhere along the way, we listened to whispers of fear that said, you're not good enough, or you're meant to settle here. We started to believe it and walked away from the fight. We put out our own fire and dimmed our own light, but we forgot. Freedom's not found in a place. It's It's found in the courage that you choose to embrace, because the chains are never made of steel. They're made of the stories that you chose to make real. Stories of doubt, regret, and pain, but today, we get to break those chains. You are not your scars, you are not your shame. You are the spark that can't be contained. And so when life tries to pull you back down again, because trust me, it will, just remember your strength and say amen. You were never meant to just survive. You were born to conquer and thrive. So be bold, be real, be unafraid, and let the past live where it was made. The future is yours, no longer restrained. This is your time to live life unchained. If you guys would all do me a favor and pull out that stick, I want everybody on the count of 3 to snap the stick and let this beast run your life no more. You guys have the tools inside in order to channel this inner beast and do the things necessary to live out to your fullest potential. So on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let it be known again that this beast runs your life no more, and that you are free to live your life unchained. Thank you, guys. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. If you guys would all please do us a favor. So me and Chris and our boy Steve back there have created a podcast called Living Life Unchained. We'd love for you guys to check us out. We're trying to grow our subscription on YouTube here. If you guys can please add us and subscribe, it would mean the world. We're trying to grow our following and let the world know what Living Life Unchained is all about. So please, guys, if you guys can do us that favor, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break, and then Chris is going to come on, and he's going to talk to you guys about massive action. Okay, so when those beasts are quieted, what kind of action can we take now? What's available to us? And so he's going to bring up that coming up here next. Thank you guys again. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Appreciate you guys.
Would you guys grab some food, something to drink? The restrooms are back here to the left.
All right, guys, again, there's food next door. If you guys want to grab some food, there's coffee, water, whatever it is you guys like. And then, Jim, Chris is going to come on next in 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, that's it. I didn't catch your name. I'm Aaron. Marco, very nice to meet you. How do you guys know Chris? Are you with... Oh, yeah, thank you for bringing everybody. Honestly, it means the world. Like, we're just trying to get our face out there and get known here, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to go. I know Chris, you said Chris does talk seminars for you guys. Or...
Yeah, he's been a guest speaker for a couple of our programs on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's very inspirational.
Yeah, he's amazing. 100%.
Good, how you doing? I know. And thank you. And is it without the dogs? So I'll be excited. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, and he walks the walk. I mean, everything he is what he talks about, right? Like, his whole life is dedicated to this. So, yeah, very inspiring. Yeah, 100%. Yes, yeah. 100%, He's just so authentic. His energy is like magical. Like most people, he goes on his list. He's just She's like, no, look at you. Right up. And then you got so much we just started, so we built our home studio. Yeah, so we built the studio. All we've done so far was we pretty much into December. So yeah, we're in the first episode. So that's coming this week to Australia. And then as soon as he gets back, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's a start, right? So the goal is to have our first win in life as soon as he gets back. So yeah, that's our mission. We want to build podcasts out, run seminars, and our goal is to talk about them. Yeah, that's where we're at. So, that's the dream. So, thank you guys again for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I just did it myself. A little off top.
That's what I did. I did that too. He's like, how do you notice? And I'm like, well, it is only as much as I can tell. Like, here and here, and
Yeah. Yeah. There was hair and you know, save some money.
did you like it? It was so good. Maybe it was wrong. It's so good. Like,
Thank you guys
it
for
was
being here.
like,
Really appreciate you.
over, like,
Take care, man. Thank you. Yeah, guys, please, you guys have the time right now. Please hit that subscribe button. Yeah. So you were here last time. You didn't go. Right. You got I was like, Dad was here last time. I didn't want to know that again. Yeah, I was like, oh, really? Oh, great. Yeah. You're playing all I know. She pointed out the space last time, but this time I did liability interview. Everybody inside. Yeah, she's the one that saved me on that. Yeah, last time we did it was my favorite. Did it up, but the last time I did it was I was like, I don't know if there was enough protection, but whatever you said, I took the heart. I was like, I'm not messing that up. No, what's funny, dude? Alright, guys, it's
Yeah, no,
Sandbags,
straighter and also like more.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like you did something.
Yeah, it looks like you got it done or something.
Chris, check it out.
I mean, I pulled
Check.
it out, so watch it.
No.
We're just playing down.
Check. There we go. Check. Cool.
That's a good sign. Yeah.
Taking regular showers.
Awesome. Hey guys, I want to first start off by doing a round of applause for Steve in the back.
Yeah. Aw, shucks.
Oh, shucks. Steve, you want to say anything, brother?
Thanks for coming out and supporting these guys, man. I mean, they're new, but impressive, right? Unbelievable. Great work. Proudly support.
So Steve has been there since inception. You know, you may see Aaron and I in front of the camera, but none of this would be possible without Steve taking care of business behind the camera. So again, major shout out. So super excited to have you guys here with us today in person, as well as those people at home watching from their laptops, computers. Super excited. So for Aaron and I, this event started with just a conversation, right? A conversation. How can we help people? How can we make an impact? You know, can we help people go from where they're currently stuck at and get them to where they want to go? Absolutely. We've done it multiple times as personal trainers. Now we're going to look at and focus on the entire person, not just the physical, but also the mental. So Aaron helped you guys when it came to those beasts, right? Before today, by show of hands, how many of you ever considered those inner beasts? Right? And then after Aaron's presentation, how many of you now feel like you have a plan to be able to keep those beasts at bay? Awesome, right? So our thing today is giving you guys things that you can take away with you to get better and to make your life much better, right? Not just giving you guys that energy, that motivation, being here in this moment, and then all of a sudden you leave from this place and then you go back to the normal life where you're like, you know what? I'll continue to scroll. I'll continue just to stay up late watching Netflix. I'll continue to just burn my time. Now you guys have more that you can take away to implement into your life to make a change. And that's what we're about, making actual real change, okay? So you may see me today looking in a way that I once never looked. Because I once looked like this guy. I was like 125 pounds, wearing a 2X t-shirt. I mean, I don't know how many people wear a 2X t-shirt wearing 125 pounds. But I pulled it off somehow, some way, right? So my story starts in Grand Rapids, Michigan. See, the kid that you see there grew into the man that you see in front of you. My journey started off with a lot of different things that I thought was normal because it was mine. I thought every kid had a similar lifestyle upbringing to what I had. This is why I found out mine was totally different than most. I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I've been homeless. I've been poor. I've stayed in shelters. I was taking 6 buses a day just to go to and from school. See, when I was growing up, it wasn't a big deal for me not to have my father in my life. Most of the kids I knew they had a father in their life. So I'm like, hey, most of us are kids who have just their mom in life. Cool, that's the norm. So for me growing up, having my mom in my life was everything because she was my pillar. And then around 17 years of age, I found out my mom had cancer. So when you go from living in an environment where you're used to people having one parent, you're like, that's cool. I didn't know too many people who had no parents. And little did I know I was on the verge of being one of those kids. My mom passed away from cancer. And before she passed away from cancer, she called me into her bedroom and we had this deep conversation. And she's like, hey, Chris, I need you to do something for me. And I'm a mama's boy by nature, right? And when it came down to whatever she needed, I was more than happy to do. I'm like, hey, mom, whatever you need, I got you. She's like, no, seriously, I need you to do something for me. I'm like, mom, what, dishes, laundry, what you need me to do, I'll take care of it. I need you to do something with your life. I don't know about you, but if you ever had somebody, a pillar in your life, being close to the end of their life, challenge you to do something with your life. If you ever had that conversation, how can you say no? How can you not do anything other than what they want you to do? My mom wanted just the best for me. So of course, that was one of the biggest core memories that I forever carry, right? Because of my mom asking me to do something with my life, I made it a point in my life to say, you know what? No more of the regular shenanigans, right? I get it. Like, I want to go out with the boys. I want to hang out. I want to, do the shenanigans, do all the crazy stuff. But my mom wants me to do something with my life, which means that I have to do something more than just with those individuals around here doing. So that's where my journey started. I started looking into things that were self-help. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who Tony Robbins was. I didn't know who Les Brown was. I knew who Oprah Winfrey was. And she was giving away cars. I'm trying to be Oprah. So I started watching shows and videos in relation to Oprah. And when it came down to, I seen this episode that said, Oprah was talking about all these different millionaires and their stats. Most millionaires wake up before 4 o'clock. So I set my alarm for 3:59. I'm like, listen, if they're millionaires, I'm like a pensionaire. I got, I don't even got a bank account. And you got millionaires waking up at 4. If I could wake up at 3:59, I can catch some of those people, right? I can see what it's like to become a millionaire. And that's what started my journey. And from watching Oprah and learning about millionaires, I started to reach out to different people, whether it was through YouTube or radio shows, listen to people who accomplished their goals and dreams. See, it wasn't about the dollar figure. It wasn't about the money. It was about that feeling of accomplishment. I wanted to achieve something. You know why? Because my mom wanted me to do something in my life. So that's where my journey started. So for me, growing up as this kid, he would soon become a man who would wake up at 2:15 in the morning. So even today, Aaron and I got together this morning, and he's like, bro, how was your morning? I'm like, bro, I bet up since 2:15. Right, like that's what I do. It doesn't matter whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If the good Lord allows me to wake up, I'm good about 2:15. Because that's what I need to do in order to accomplish what I want to accomplish. So today, I'm going to share with you guys some different things that I do to make it very valuable to you and how you can utilize it in your life. Do I expect anybody online or in person to change their alarms to 2:15? No, I know it's crazy. Your mom was like, no, I'm not doing that, right? I know it's crazy, right? I'll tell you why I do it. So for me, I'm very, like Aaron, very competitive with myself. And I know that the average me will get the average sleep of 8 hours a day. And if I did that, I'd be able to accomplish some average goals and some average dreams, right? For me, I looked at myself and say, you know what, if I wake up at 2:15, if I wake up a little bit earlier than the average person, if I get, instead of 8 hours of sleep, I get 6 hours of sleep, I'll get extra 2 hours a day, extra 14 hours a week. Out of the year, that comes out to an extra month and a half of time. If I utilize that time wisely, why can't I accomplish whatever goals and dreams I put in front of me? And that's how I view that. So for me, getting up at 2:15, that's just a start. And I'm excited to share this with you guys today. Because normally when I do this, I'm like wearing briefs. So I'm happy to be here with you guys actually wearing clothes. So every day when I wake up at 2:15, I get up, I go to my bathroom. In my bathroom, in front of my mirror, I keep this. And I have a couple of these. I have them at my home. I have them at my office for work. I'll keep one inside of my vehicle. And I'll look at this every day. And this is Chris's 25, my affirmations. Today we're going to talk a lot about affirmations, right? So I'm going to help you guys better see why I like to continue what I do. So when I go through these affirmations, you guys will see there's a couple of different pillars. There's the identity pillar. There's the urgency and action pillar. There's the discipline and success pillar. There's the energy and abundance pillar. And there's also the purpose and enjoyment pillar. When I look at my 25, all these 25 hit one of those pillars. And I'm going to do what I do every morning in the mirror. I'm going to do this with you guys. I believe in me. Carpe diem. Today. Applied knowledge is power. Don't drift. Life is too short to be little. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. Give for the joy of giving. There are two things to aim at in life. First, to get what you want, and after that, to enjoy it. Only the wisest of mankind achieve the second. And man can succeed at almost anything for which he has unlimited enthusiasm. Life is so easy, life is so good, all things come to me. Gratitude. Visualization, visualize. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. Money comes easily and frequently. Energy flows where attention goes. Praise and bless others. Patience. No excuses. Success is never owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every single day. Winners don't make excuses. Trust the process. Blessed. Massive success is achieved by discipline. And last but not least, temporary pain for long-term gain. Here are my affirmations. And I don't want you guys to walk away taking Chris's 25. I mean, if some of those suit you and you like them, absolutely. Take a picture. You can utilize it at home. But I want you to create what you actually believe in for you and what you want in your life and be able to make those pillars in your life. I want you guys to do me a favor. Help me fill in the blank here. Day is followed by night. Awesome. Night is followed by morning or day. Yep. Winter is followed by spring. Yep. Give and you shall receive. We reap what we see. Your brains are already filling in the blanks. You guys already know that certain things have a combination in order to unlock, right? Like 1 + 1 = 2, right? You guys already know these things. See, in our life, the harvest is coming. We know that. But what's uncertain is as to what that harvest is going to look like. Because what you really want, you have to put in the work in order to get it. Because in life, the harvest doesn't give you what you need. The harvest gives you what you seed. See, the seeds you put into your brain, that's going to determine your outcomes. See, the brain is a beautiful thing. You have billions of neurons inside of your brain. Those neurons are sending chemical and electrical messages. See, you take for granted being able to walk and talk and move and groove, but your brain is always at work in order for you to do those things. When you're sleeping, your brain is still working. See, in your brain, you have 4 major parts. You have the cerebrum, you have the cerebellum, you have the brainstem, you have the diencephalon. Those are the 4 major parts of the brain, and they all play a part in keeping you alive and well. Let's talk about the cerebrum. So the cerebrum is the biggest place where you have the thinking, the reasoning, the decision-making. The cerebrum is where you get your ability to actually be present. And you have your conscious, and you also have your unconscious. Now, when it comes to the subconscious and the conscious, it's so important to understand how what you say to yourself makes a big difference in regards to how you act, how you feel. See, affirmations alone could just be just good words to say. But when you're able to put those affirmations with your cerebrum and be able to constantly have emotion connected to it, you're able to make great strides. See, the more you tell yourself something, the more it becomes true. And I know a lot of individuals know about the neuroplasticity in regards to being able to change the way that your mind sees things. And when I do my affirmations on a daily basis, I walk into situations that I just do because I've already talked about it. Like Aaron would tell you, he calls me weird. We go out to eat, and Steve doesn't want to join us. He's too cool for us. But Aaron and I would go out to eat, and I'm like, I'm just doing what I do. I like to praise and bless other people because that's what I look at every day. So like, I'm talking to somebody, we go out to eat. I see a lady behind the counter, like, I really like your hair. See a guy walking out, I really like your shoes. And Aaron's like, dude, I don't know if I can do that, man. Like, it's so strange. But Aaron being Aaron, of course, he's going to do what? He's going to try it. Yeah. So we went to another store, and Aaron goes to a person, and Aaron, don't think I remember, but he goes to a person's tattoos. Yeah. And he's like, man, that's some cool tattoos, right? When you think about something so much, you're able to just let it flow and put it into your life and be able to apply it, right? So that's why affirmations are so powerful. So maybe for you, it could be like Aaron and I, where you do something in your life, you have certain things you're looking at, your affirmations, and you can have somebody next to you and say, you know what, let me give that a shot. And Aaron, when you did that, brother, how did that make you feel? You're good, right? Outside your head, right? And you're not doing it for the sake of getting anything back. You're trying to praise and bless other people, right? So again, just make sure you guys apply it. So self-belief and decision-making. How you look at yourself will determine how you move. If you look at yourself in a positive manner, you're going to be positive. You're going to make positive decisions. And if you look down on yourself and you're negative to yourself and say negative things, you're going to make negative decisions. Memory and repetition. Every day I go over my Christmas 25s, sometimes multiple times a day. They keep me grounded. It's hard to have a hard day when I'm constantly looking at my message that says I'm already blessed. Attention and focus, right? What you look at and what you have as your attention and your focus, if it's positive or negative, it's going to expand, right? If you want more abundance, you got to focus on abundance. Focus on what things you already have and be grateful for that, and more will come. Now, if you're focused on scarcity and what you don't have, the lack, you're going to expand the lack in your life. And emotional influence, right? You have the ability to lead you. Not too many times we take into consideration our own inner voice. A lot of times we're looking at, hey, what's on Instagram? What's on Facebook? Did so-and-so like my picture? I only got 1 like, only got 5 likes, only got 10 likes, only got 10 views, right? Don't let the outside world impact your inner self. Now, when it comes to your guys' thoughts, I want you guys to take a second to think about it. The things that you think about the most, are they helping you or are they hurting you? The people who you surround yourselves with, the conversations you have, are they helping you or hurting you? The TV shows you watch, the music you listen to, when it comes to how it's shaping your brain, are they helping you or are they hurting you? Be mindful. Those invisible chains, they're there, right? Aaron did a great job breaking them down. A lot of times they stem from your beliefs, the excuses you make, the fear, the doubts. You have to be able to take into consideration what's really holding you back. So today, having the beast within from a standpoint of understanding your inner beast, now that you're aware, you can take action. When you take action, you create change, real change. And again, Aaron and I, we would be devastated if you guys left here just like feeling good and all of a sudden went back to no change in your life, right? We want you guys to be able to leave here and make some real changes. Now, identity is everything. Identity is more powerful than goals. See, a person can have a goal to want to be fit. A person can have a goal to want to be, a great cooker, right? But if you don't have that as your identity, it's just going to be some goal that you can easily off-put. But when it's your identity, you live in that. for those individuals who know me and know Aaron, I'm working out every day, right? Aaron, we're working out every day. I ran 10 miles. I'm like, Aaron, where you doing, bro? He's like, I got a video, I'm doing 10 miles, right? That's how we move. It's our identity. It's not just a goal to want to have your health and wealth, right? It has to be part of your identity. When it comes to your beliefs, again, the way you talk to yourself, the things that you believe in are so important to where your life's going to go. When you look in the mirror, do you see a pawn or do you see a king and queen? Do you see a cub or do you see a king or queen? So let's talk about some of these affirmations. Identity affirmations. I want you guys to say them after me. And say them loud and proud. Okay? I believe in me.
I believe in me.
Say it with some say it with your chest. I believe in me.
I believe in me.
Let's go. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are.
You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are.
Awesome. I love to see you back there too. I get it in. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve.
Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve.
Awesome. Visualization, visualize.
Visualization, visualize.
Awesome. Take those with you. Now, there's a powerful cycle in regards to your thoughts that whatever you think and how you think will ultimately decide what you believe. And those beliefs will ultimately go into your actions. We move based on our actions. My belief is that when I'm driving this car, I believe this person over here is drunk, so I'm going to make an action to go to the further right so they're away from that person, right? What your belief is going to determine your actions. And then your actions are going to determine your results. And your results are going to be wrapped up into now your identity loop. Now you're constantly going to be in that loop. You have to be mindful where it all starts. It starts in the mind with your thoughts. How you guys perceive things will determine the actions you take. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. I don't want you guys to think that, hey, if I believe in my mind there's unicorns out there, I'm going to go see unicorns, right? I don't want you guys thinking about fantasy. People can negatively impact themselves by creating a fake life. I don't want you to create a fake life or a fake visual of what it is to be, what it is you want to get to, right? I want you guys to be mindful that we're not creating a fantasy world. We're doing mental rehearsal. When it comes to your notepad, do me a favor and write down what it is you see in yourself a year from today. How do you see yourself? What are some habits you see yourself having? And again, not a fantasy, but mental rehearsal. Do you want to be more of a giver? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be wealthier? Do you want to be happier? You first have to see yourself there. And if you constantly look at where you see yourself a year from today, you constantly think about that, and you're going to move towards, it's going to pull you closer. Who would like to share what they wrote down? Right here?
So I have us fully grown, living life unchained, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, sir. 100,000 subscribers on YouTube a year from today. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You guys will all be one of those.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. You guys are in the early stages.
Yes.
There we go. Always subscribe. I love it. All right. So again, it's just mental rehearsal. See, before I came to California, I had a visualization. Right? I had a vision board. My vision board had California on it. Right? It had the palm trees. It had a home, a nice home with a gym. You know how Aaron shared a story about wanting to be in the Mecca of fitness here in Newport, right? Same thing for me. I had that visualization. And when I came to California, it was like I was living and walking what I already rehearsed. So when it comes to your guys' best self, you guys wrote that down. I want to talk about now urgency and action. When it comes to your affirmation, it's very important you have affirmations that lead you to make action and have you push to do some urgency in your life. right? Because there's a difference between knowing and executing. For those of you individuals, I know Marco's probably heard this like 3 times, right? Like for me, I don't believe in knowledge is power. I believe in applied knowledge is power. Because a lot of people know what they should do, but yet a lot of people don't do it. I talk to people across, Orange County, California. A lot of times I talk to people, I'm like, hey, how many people in here made their bed this morning? And I'll get like maybe 10% of people raise their hands. But we all know to make our beds in the morning, but if you don't do what you know, what benefit is it? What good is it, right? So when it comes to knowing versus executing, like Thomas Edison had over 10,000 tries when it came to the light bulb, right? He continued and continued and continued to execute. He didn't focus on just knowing like what didn't work. He took from what didn't work and continued to apply and execute until he found out what did work. So you look at Michael Jordan. Everybody says Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time, right? You could talk about all the game-winning scores, all the drives, all of the finger rolls, all the times he had his tongue out. But people don't really talk about how many times he was at practice, how many hours he away from his family, how many hours he dedicated to his craft. He became great because he mastered execution. You have Walt Disney. For the individuals here in California, we all know Disney, right? We've all probably been there, checked it out. When it comes to Walt Disney, he was fired for having a lack of imagination. It's crazy, right? Now, somebody thought that they knew that he had no imagination, but he didn't care about that. He executed in a way he knew was possible for him. And now we are able to go across the world. There's Disney's around the world because of his ability to execute. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter books. She was denied so many times, more times than she could count. People saying that her book would never be anything, she wouldn't make it. Nobody wanted to read a book about a little kid living in a closet. Now, Harry Potter's everywhere. Now, the most dangerous habit feels the safest. The most dangerous habit for those individuals who know that my favorite book is Outwitting the Devil, the biggest word in that book is a D word, and that's drifting. When you drift, it feels so safe, so comfortable to grab your phone, to scroll, to grab your remote, get on Netflix or HBO or Prime and watch TV shows for hours and have mindless activity. It's easy to drift. You have to stay in guard to your mind. You have to be mindful of how you utilize your time, because if you don't, anything's going to grow, right? It's like a garden. If you don't take care of your garden, if you don't go manage your garden in a great way, what's going to happen? You're going to get weeds. And those weeds are going to destroy your garden. For urgency and action, repeat after me these affirmations. Carpe diem.
Carpe diem.
And for those who don't know, that means seize the day. Today.
Today.
Don't drift.
Don't drift.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Winners don't make excuses.
Winners don't make excuses.
And you guys are all winners in here. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
There we go. Appreciate you guys being active participants. And again, it's maybe the first time you told yourself to trust the process. Maybe the first time you told yourself that you're a winner. But it won't be the last. See, discipline and success is one of my favorite pillars. Because when it comes to discipline doesn't get enough credit. We oftentimes want to listen to motivational speakers. We listen to motivational music, right? But when you listen to a speaker, does that speaker speak for 24 hours in a day? Does that motivational movie go on for 24 hours in a day? It fades, it goes away. But one thing that does not go away, if you're locked in on it, is your discipline. And Marco, thank you for earlier sharing that, right? Discipline is so important because if you have it locked in, there's no limits to what you can do. It's easy to be motivated for a moment, to start that 10-day workout, start that 5-day fast, right? Start that new workout program. But if you don't have the discipline to stick to it, you'll never reach the ultimate success. And every day, rent is due. It doesn't matter if you have a home that's already paid off. Your rent, in regards to being on this earth, is always due, right? You got another day, take advantage of that day, right? What can you do today to help somebody else out? That's one reason why I love Cindy. Like, Cindy does an amazing job, and Marco, and Like we talk about how people really make a difference in the lives of others. Like that's the ultimate goal, right? Paying that rent, paying for your rent to be here. Are you able to help other people out? Now, here are the affirmations for our discipline and success. Say them loud and proud with me. Applied knowledge is power.
Applied knowledge is power.
A man or woman, this is when I say man here, it's not saying we're putting women out to the side. This is including men and women, but a man can succeed at almost anything for which he has unlimited enthusiasm.
A man can succeed at almost anything for which he has unlimited enthusiasm.
Awesome. Success is never owned, it is rented.
Success is never owned, it is rented.
Massive success is achieved by discipline.
Massive success is achieved by discipline.
Temporary pain for long-term gain.
Temporary gain for long-term gain.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being active participants. And again, I know they may feel weird. They feel strange, right? The first time I'm doing it in my bedroom, like outside in my bathroom, like make sure I don't wake up anybody, right? I'm like, hey, this is my affirmation. I'm talking to myself. It may feel strange, but the more you start to do them over and over, you start to train your mind, and you're not just your conscious, but your unconscious, right? You're able to actually think about these things in real life. When you're carrying out and connecting with people, you're living out your affirmations because you've already trained your mind to see and look for those things. I want you guys to grab your notepads and write down 3 habits that you can start today. 3 habits that you can start today. It may be to text a family member on a daily basis, something positive. It could be a phone call, could be go to the gym, could be eat healthy, could be get some natural sunlight. 3 habits that you can start today. Can I get 3 people to share one of their habits they can start today? Right here.
2:14 a.m. wake up call.
Oh, man. 2:14? Now I gotta go change to 2:13. I'll send you a screenshot around 2:13. This guy. What a jokester. Okay. 2 more people can share one of their habits.
Daily affirmations.
Daily affirmation. Let's go, Marco. Let's go. I'm gonna text you too. I'm gonna text you to find out.
You got my number.
Yes, sir. And one more person back here.
Quick run after I get home from work.
Quick run. Yeah. Run off that day. Run off that day. You know? I love it. It's awesome. Okay, now, new piece of paper. Let's talk about 3 habits that you're currently doing that you can take off. Things that you should no longer have as part of your habits. Things that are holding you back. There are 3 habits that you can take out of the wheelhouse. Things that are not helping you grow and develop to be the person who you want to be. What are those 3 things? Are you watching negative TV shows? Are you listening to negative music? Are you negatively training your mind by being connected to negative people who are holding you back? Are you eating late at night? Are you avoiding the gym? Are you avoiding your faith? What are some things that maybe are habits that you feel like, you know what, it's been here for too long. It's time for me to take this off my plate. You get 3 different people to share with me the habits that they know that they can take off their plate. Right here?
Schooling before I journal at night.
Very nice. 2 more people?
YouTube frequency.
YouTube frequency. And 1 more?
Oversleeping.
Oversleeping. Okay, hey, call her at 2:14. Don't call me. You know. So again, now we have to be honest with ourselves, right? We have to. And again, it's so tough. Like, I love Aaron's story. I love everybody in this room. I love everybody watching online, right? Like we all have the ability to call forth what it is we want and to say no to things that's holding us back, right? Like when it comes down to it, Aaron being able to be vulnerable is what it took and what it takes in order to get to where you want to go. A lot of times people don't want to be vulnerable. And I think when you try to not be vulnerable, you put up this like fake guard, and this guard is holding you back from reaching your best self, right? You have to be able to call it what it is in order to be able to overcome it. If you don't call it what it is, whether it's addiction, whether it's, whatever you want to put that shirt on, whatever it is, if you don't call it for what it is, you'll never be able to overcome it. Now, energy and abundance, scarcity versus abundance, right? A lot of times people think about the things that, I don't have enough food. I don't have enough money. And again, you may have times where you feel like you have less than, but you always have more than somebody who wish they had what you have. And when you're able to have that mindset and able to be mindful that today you're walking, today somebody else is in a bed that they'll never be able to get out of. You're able to move from scarcity to abundance. And when you're grateful and you have gratitude, your life becomes better. The way that you feel, the way that you move, the way that you talk becomes better. Okay? So what you focus on will ultimately become your reality. So be mindful what it is you focus on. Make it a point in your day to have certain things that you're going to focus on that's going to help your reality change. And for me, it's the affirmations. I know for Marco, it's going to be the affirmations, right? Make sure you have things in front of you that's going to help shape you to get to where you want to go and how you want to look at life. So here's our energy and abundance affirmations. Let's say these loud and proud. Life is so easy. Life is so good. All things come to me.
Life is so easy. Life is so good. All things come to me.
Yeah, let's go. Money comes easily and frequently.
Money comes easily and frequently.
Energy flows where attention goes.
Energy flows where attention goes.
Give for the joy of giving.
Give for the joy of giving.
Praise and bless others.
Praise and bless others.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Bless.
Bless.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, so now I want you to write down 3 different ways in which you can be a blessing to somebody else. What are 3 different ways you can help people out? Maybe it's the person who in your family, they're going through a tough time and they don't think anybody sees what they're doing, doesn't see the effort they're putting in. Can you call that person and reach out to them and say, I see what you're doing. I'm proud of you. Maybe it's that friend who is self-sabotaging themselves and nobody's been able to bring that person to the realization that the problem is in the mirror and it's not what they claim it to be, that job, that relationship. Maybe you can reach out to that person and assist them in getting out of that funk. When you're done with those 3, for that last thing, that one thing, what is that one thing that for you realize that you put too much of a focus on? Is it the Instagram likes? Is it the followers? Is it the car that you drive that you may not like? Is it the place where you live where you feel like you may not like? And think about how you can shift that, right? Somebody doesn't have a car. Somebody doesn't have a place to live. What's that one thing you can focus on and look at it from a different standpoint? See, purpose and enjoyment, when it comes to success without enjoyment, it's prison. Because when you think about success, what comes to mind? Is it an object? Is it something physical like a car? Is it a home? Is it money? Is it a certain resource? Too many times people put too much energy into money. There's a lot of people who have money who are miserable and they're living in a prison. Now, how much does prosperity cost? $50, $100, $1 million, $2 million? How much does it cost to be blessed? What is that worth? Is there a dollar amount? Is there a figure tied to it? Can somebody who has $1 million, can they live in prosperity?
Yeah.
Can somebody who has $1 and only $1 to their name, can they live in prosperity? Can somebody who has $1 million be blessed?
Yeah.
Can a person who has only $1 be blessed? Yeah. So be mindful of that. It's not about the monetary, right? It's more about how somebody feels inside. So the bigger focus is being able to have enjoyment, right? Because if you might have that car, you may have that home, you may have that spouse, but if you're not able to enjoy and live that enjoyment, you're essentially going to be feeling like you're trapped in a prison. And so, purpose and enjoyment affirmation, say this with me. Life is too short to be little.
Life is too short to be little.
There are two things to aim at in life. First, to get what you want, and second, to enjoy it.
There are two things to have in life. First, to get what you want, second, to enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay, so exercise we have. Are you building a life you actually want or chasing validation? Just something to think about, to be mindful. When you do your daily habits, are you doing them for the sake of validation, or you actually doing what you want? I can tell, like knowing Cindy, I can tell that, her and her husband, they do what they do for the sake of helping other people, and they get immense joy out of it. It's not about posting, it's not about somebody liking their picture, it's not about the validation that, hey, I'm helping people. It's about knowing that they're living in their truth and being able to make changes in people's lives, right? So think about that for you. Whatever it is you focus on. When you post on IG, the way that you move, the way that you talk, the way that you walk, is it for the fact that you want it, or is it just validation? Okay? So when it comes to these affirmations, and Marco, it's going to be huge for you, brother. When it comes to these affirmations, I want you to be mindful. Utilize this multiple times a day. In the morning, say them out loud. Visualize them. In the midday, check in with yourself. How am I doing? Do I need to refocus? I need to recalibrate, right? And at the end of the day, look at your affirmation from a standpoint of, did I accomplish them? And let me have gratitude for what it is I did do. And whatever I didn't do, let me make some changes for tomorrow. So every day you should be looking at it from a 3-point stand, whether it's the morning, midday, and evening. Okay? So for you guys to live life unchained, it's not about having more time. It's not about even having more information. It comes down to all of us making a decision. And that decision is what is left on our plate, right? It's not about the time, it's not about the information. What are you going to decide to do different with your life? Thank you, guys. Thank you. So Aaron's going to come up. We're going to do a Q&A for you guys. Thank you guys, first and foremost, for being here. And again, big shout out to Steve. None of this would be possible without Steve.
Thank you.
Any of the stuff you guys see on our podcasts or seminars, all that tech stuff, trust me, it's not coming from us. So that's our guy back there. We need him more than anything. So any questions, comments, anything from the seminar today, maybe about the future of where we're headed, anything?
What did you guys take away from the seminar? Back here.
To reflect on what habits that I don't want, that I have crept into my life, and do my best to get rid of them.
Yeah, sometimes minusing is addition, right? Leaving time for things that you do want to bring in values to that.
I mean, there are many things that you said, mindset and stuff, that is stuff that I've heard before, but I'm learning now that if I don't become disciplined in putting those things into action, that's why I'm not achieving anything, even though I'm aware of what it is.
I mean, yeah.
Knowledge is power, or
Applied knowledge, right?
knowledge is power.
And Aaron and I would tell you, like, we talked about this before. Sometimes when it comes to clients in the physical fitness world, sometimes the clients who are hardest to train are the ones who know everything. And it's like they know it, but they come to you because you do it. So it's the difference between knowing and doing. So executing discipline.
Like, I know to stay positive, but I'm not doing it.
Right.
But now, 2:14 in the morning, I'm going to get a positive call. This
I got
guy.
you, Mom. Anything else?
Yeah, both both you guys stress the importance of self-talk and affirmations. And I used to think that was kind of overestimated or, kind of at times taken out of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just overrated, I guess. And I really see now that how important that is, that, feeding the mind on a daily basis means so much.
Huge.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off of that, it's the best thing about affirmations is it keeps you on the path of where you're headed, because that path is long. It takes a long time, those goals that you have to get them and achieve them. So those affirmations, or those micro wins or those small goals allow you to be able to stay on that course without drifting. Right? I love that term. I've never heard that until Chris. Drifting is, we all do it. And it's about trying to minimize that into our life as much as we can, because those drifts take you on a detour.
Yeah.
So.
And then when it comes to those affirmations, you gotta be mindful that for some people, they don't have that mother, they don't have that father, they don't have that sibling who tells them that they love them, that they're enough. Sometimes people, only time hearing that is when they say it to themselves, right? And oftentimes we put so much energy into, like Aaron mentioned in his presentation, we put so much energy into like the outcome, what other people think about us. But it's not about what other people think about you. It's more important about what you think about you. So you've been able to start, you love yourself, you believe in yourself. That was powerful words to say, and that just think about how the world would look and how people would look if people did that on a daily basis. Think about how many people who would succumb to negative thoughts and negative actions, they have more positive in their life. Right? Thank you for sharing, sir.
Anybody else? Good. Yeah.
To wake up at 2:13 to be.
Oh man, oh God, it's killing me, man, killing me. You know what? Okay.
If you do it, 100%, man.
Yo,
you
210.
up on the stage next.
Yeah, 210. I'm at 210. I'm at 210 now.
Just don't go to bed, apparently. Just don't go to bed.
Yeah, and then also let me throw this out. People think I'm crazy. I do go to bed like around 8 o'clock every night. So yeah, I'm in early.
It's real. There's times me and Chris talk a lot. We didn't mention it in this seminar, but we read 2 books each a day and share the knowledge that we learned. We go onto this website called
Bestbookbiz.com.
Yeah, bestbookbiz.com, and it takes the micro about 30 minutes of it, shuts it down, and then we just read that and share it with each other. Anyways, at like 2:45, 3 a.m., my phone's going off, and it's with messages for Chris. He really lives at that 2:15 a.m. time slot. He's always up at that time. It's crazy.
Thank you, brother. And again, for me, I want to make sure too, Aaron and I, we're very big on giving people what it is that we've been able to have in our lives. We don't want to talk about things that we haven't experienced, right? We don't want to be people that's just telling you what we read in book literature and we're just giving you what we read. Aaron being able to be vulnerable, it's awesome, right? Now you guys know how you can also be vulnerable to get to where you want to go. And for me, one thing Aaron I was talking to you about, you live a different type of life when it comes to the fitness and other things. So I want to make sure that I can give you guys the real. I can't sit up here and talk to you guys about getting in shape if I'm not in shape. I can't tell you how to cook food if I'm not cooking food, right? I want to be mindful, and Aaron wants to be mindful that we're able to give you guys real world things that we're able to do or part of our journey that we're currently on.
Yeah, and with that, just like I said in the beginning, we are not perfect in any shape or form. None of us are. And I think we get lost in that. We try to search for perfection, and it shuts us down. And then we just don't act at all. Again, analysis by paralysis. We analyze so much thinking I need to be perfect in these areas, so we don't act at all. So we are still practicing everything that we do up there, and we still fail many times, but there's a difference between failing and failure. Failure is not trying. Failing, you can fail and consistently keep moving forward. Anybody else? Good. All right, so again, you guys can catch us. We're going to try to do these every 2 or 3 months. For now, they'll be held here. Once our audience gets big enough, we plan on moving into bigger seminars and taking this all over the place. We are all virtual as well, so people can watch us virtually. And then Living Life Unchained podcast officially starts I mean, when he gets back from his trip, we'll be running our first episode.
Yep.
So look out for that on the YouTube channel.
And if you want to go and watch this episode, this seminar, and recap and maybe look at some things and refocus, you can go back and watch that as well. Thank you all for being here. We know it's Saturday morning. You guys get done a lot of different things, especially Steve. He drove from LA. You know, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys very much. And then please, take food. You cannot, are we guarding the door? Unless you grab some food or a drink, you're not getting out of here.
All right, thank you guys again very much. Appreciate you guys.
What are you gonna sleep? What are you gonna sleep?
Hey guys, real quick. It'd be an honor and a privilege if you guys can do Aaron a big favor. Take like just a minute of your time. Steve, my brother right here from another mother, he's gonna set up his computer, set up his camera to have some testimonials. You guys can just give us a quick little minute about what you took away from the seminar. We can share that out in regards to our content and marketing.
It would be a big help. Yeah, appreciate it if you guys. If you guys have a few minutes to stay, he's just gonna set up back there and all he's gonna ask you how it went, what you learned. Just be open.